Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So, I guess this is the group the group message. So I won't go through explaining all of it, but I do always like to remind people this is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. So sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. She won't give me all the details. She'll give me just enough, so hopefully somebody in the group will understand what she's talking about. Um, forgot forgot the rest of what I needed to say. And just getting started. Not enough coffee yet. Now she's bouncing all around. She's jumping rope. Was she jumping rope? I do so many readings, I can't remember who does what, but she's jumping rope, jumping rope. Doesn't seem like I don't ever see kids even jumping rope anymore. But there's a reason why she's showing this. So somebody maybe bought her a jump rope. Maybe somebody jumped rope with her. Somebody's going to hear. See, it's going to be a little harder doing this for a group of you because I'm not going to know for sure mostly who the message is for. So you're all going to have to pick it out. But something about the sound. Okay, so what would it sound like if she was jumping rope inside the house? That's the noise I'm getting. Somebody's going to hear that noise, that jumping, the thumping of the rope on the floor as it goes around. So no, usually when you get something like that, it's usually fairly quiet, and usually it's not real loud. And I ask them not to do that. I mean, you can ask them anything you want to. You can ask them to do it really loud. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I can't twist their arm. Anyway, what I wanted to explain was it's usually not real loud, and I ask them not to scare the hell out of everybody because a lot of people don't know what that strange noise is, and then they think their house is haunted when it's just your granddaughter or somebody dropping in. She's talking about a little boy who's here. He appeared to be close to her age, darker hair. She's showing straight hair. Somebody she was close to or played with a lot. Feel like he's related to her? Not 100% for sure. And she's not saying why she's acknowledging him, but she's like close to him. So I don't know if this is close in relationship, close in feelings. And I always tell people when let's say I say grandmother type, the little lady next door you can be closer. They can feel more like a grandmother than your real blood grandmother clear across the country. So it doesn't always have to be a blood relation to feel really close to them. This one feels like family, but she's not saying for sure. Cousin or what. Very, very close. This one is about her age. So, all children, all animals can see and hear them when they're young. Well, animals can see them. Doesn't matter what age they are because nobody's told them they can't do it, that it's not true or it's bad or whatever we tell our kids. Everybody's had their imaginary friend when they were little, whether you remember it or not. Most of you have had one. And they were real. But when you get to be about 9 or 10, I like to explain real quick. And then we realize, we start looking around going, oh, my friends, my family's going to call me crazy if I tell them I see my grandma standing there every day or, something along that line. Then they start to shut it down. But this little boy's young enough that he plays with her. He totally plays with her. Totally knows she's there. He kind of ignores her a little bit, like, no big deal. I know you're there. You're bugging me. You're bugging me. You're bugging me. Go pick on somebody else. Kind of a feeling. He's kind of like, he knows she's there. Sorry, my voice is cracking. I haven't had enough coffee yet. He knows she's there. She reaches up and tugs on the back of his hair, like, hey, pay attention to me. I'm trying to talk to you. She likes the fact that he knows that he can. I don't know if he actually sees her, feels her, how for sure he's that he knows that she's there. But she's liking the fact that he knows that she's there. Where, and she goes like this, she goes, a lot of you don't know. A lot of you don't realize I'm there. And I don't know why you can't see me. I don't think she's quite figured out the concept. And we're not all knowing when we get there. I asked my medium friend, I said, well, because we believe in past lives and everything. I said, we've been there before. Don't we know everything? She goes, nah, doesn't work that way, Rhonda. So whoever this little boy is, just pay attention to if he kind of like tries to brush her off, or kind of acts like he's trying to ignore her. I don't know if he'll come out and say anything. He might be just old enough to know that maybe he shouldn't. He doesn't call her by her whole name. He calls her by a shorter version of her name. Like maybe he's just a smidgen younger than her. And maybe he couldn't say her whole name, so he calls her something shorter. She's saying it appeared more like a shorter version of her actual name, but she's referring to my grandson. When my son used to pull in, which is not his son, he would go, uh-oh, uh-oh, like he's here, uh-oh. It's his uncle, so we call him Uncle Uh-oh. So it could be something along that line. She says, I'm light, I'm free. I get to bounce around wherever I want to. Except, well, there's somebody keeping her in line. Okay, somebody in this group, you said her grandma and grandpa are here, but it's a grandmother. It's a grandmother. So it's somebody's mother in this group, or somebody's grandmother. And it doesn't matter whether she knew them, whether they were already gone. When she was born, that does not matter. So it could be her great-grandmother, could be great-great-grandmother. I usually ask, that's why I ask people to give me a picture, and you want to talk to somebody that you really want to hear from, because I've had great-great-grandparents come in and go, I don't even know you. This lady has an apron on. She's a little bit heavy. She's not skinny. I wouldn't call her too heavy. And usually the apron means that they like to cook a lot. But then back then, that's what we did. She's got the rolling pin out. And she's using it more like threatening her like a weapon. Not like she's really going to beat her or anything, but So it was a very strong lady, probably disciplined, expected you to toe the line. I don't get the feeling that she would actually whack somebody with a rolling pin, but somebody in this group might have been whacked with a rolling pin by their grandmother or mother. So this lady loves her very, very, very much. She's keeping her in line. I don't even know for sure how that works. She says, I love you all very, very much. This much. She's spreading her arms out as far as she can. I love you all this much. So maybe that was something she said a lot. She's just such a loving little, bright, shining little star. She's just... No, it did not hurt. I want you all to know, no, it did not hurt. And I don't remember how she passed, if I even knew. I've asked them not to show me anymore because they would show me the exact details, and I spent too many days crying. It was a little too much for me, so I've asked them not. I don't want to see how they passed, unless I really need to know. But, like, if we're in a head-on collision, our soul actually leaves the body right before the point of impact. Our soul is fine. Our spirit, our soul is fine. The physical body, all that stays here. It's all part of that. So I hope that, I don't want to go into a big long explanation. So I hope that explains it a little bit. As far as her soul, her spirit, everything's fine. She says it did not hurt. She's glad you all decided to do what you did. So there was some kind of decision made when she left. And she's glad you all decided it was okay to do what you did. She said it was the right thing to do. Please don't second guess it. Please don't judge it. And don't be mad at the person that ended up signing the papers. Because you all need to be in it together. Sorry, mailman. Mailman and dogs. Okay, now she's skipping along, and she has, you know how when you cook spaghetti, before you put the sauce on it, you get a big old long noodle and you put it in your mouth and you, like that, suck it in. That's what she's doing right now. She's not showing any sauce on it, so I don't know if she did it with or without sauce. Or maybe that was her favorite dish. She's kind of ornery. She's cute. She says, I love you all, each and every one of you. You all, each and every one of you gave me your own individual spark that made me who I am. Individual. All of you. So there's a piece of all of you in me. And that's why I am so full of love. So each and every one of you should pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a thumbs up. Because that is the goal in life. And that is what you learn from me. And I learned from you in return. And I was still pure because the world hadn't gotten to me yet. Know that I love you all. And then she points each individual, several people. She's pointing at several people. Dig down deep in your soul. And realize that the love you gave me, you should be giving to every single person in the world. It's the right way to be. Pass it on. Spread it around. She's kind of young to be giving lectures like that. She's more of a, I don't know if I would call her an old soul. Don't know if anybody believes in past lives. I still have a little trouble getting my head wrapped around it. She's been here before. She's not done yet. She'll be back. Probably not in your lifetime. I wouldn't call her a joy guide either. We have all kinds of different guides to help us in different areas. But her soul comes here to teach about love, unconditional love, to try to raise the vibration of people here, of the world. So she's I would call her a higher up. I don't know that I would call her that either. She's a teacher. She's not a student. She's a teacher. And we're here to learn lessons. This is like Earth is school for our soul to learn lessons. And the lessons she's trying to teach is about unconditional love. She's a very bright and shining star. Okay, somebody or all of you in this group are going to see a very bright and shining star in the sky, a physical star. It's going to be, I don't know if I want to use the word unusual. I don't know if it'll be a falling star. She's just showing me I'm going to kill my dog. There's no more mailman. He's gone. She's showing me a very, very big, bright star in the sky right when I said that. I mean, I don't know for sure how you're going to differentiate between a normal bright star and this being a sign. Let me kill the dog first. Okay, so this star will be a sign for each and every one of you, whoever in this group, whoever she put in this group, when she ordered the reading, the star will be a sign for each and every one of you. Not just the star in the sky, which that's going to be a little hard to differentiate. Okay, it's a bright star. Is that a sign? I mean, and yet she's still showing it is. So there's going to be something unusual about this star. Okay. But also, Also, you could see the same thing in a movie on Facebook. Driving down the road, could be on a billboard, this bright star, could be the word star. It's just the way signs work. You could be walking through the store and you kind of feel your head pulled to the side, and if you feel that, like, okay, why do I feel like I need to look at this shelf? Maybe there's a picture of a star. Maybe there's a shirt with a star on it. Doesn't matter, as long as it's kind of unusual, like, not unusual is not the right word either. Something about stars in the house. Somebody have stars on their walls or their ceiling or something. Something about stars in the house. Anybody have any of those stars that you stick on your ceiling and they glow in the dark? That's what she's showing me. Or maybe she had some. But anyway, as far as the star in the sky, I think there will be something. You're gonna have to explain. There will be something that will go along with it. Like, you might look up and go, okay, is that star my sign? You could be driving down the road and there could be something. Immediately listen to the radio. Look at the artist, the title of the song, or the very words being said, or the whole song. It truly works. If you're in the car when that happens. If you're outside, I don't know if something could pop up on your phone. I mean, something to kind of go along with it that will validate that one's the sign. She's not a star. She says, I am too. You're a star in our eyes, yes, but you're not an actual physical star. She's showing playing some kind of game on the sidewalk. First, I thought she was playing shuffleboard, but I think it's hopscotch. I don't even see kids play that anymore either. We've all got too many games to play. So I don't know if somebody recently played that, she liked to play that, or you're going to see somebody play that in the real near future. Whenever you get a sign from her, validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more if you want more. That's your free will choice. But let her know that you know that's her stopping in to go, I love you. She's coming in to say, I love you. Don't forget to spread the love, she says. Don't forget it. She said it's very important. She's pointing her finger. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Is she just bubbly? She just... I did my purpose. I got brownie points. I didn't know we got brownie points for working up there. There's something that her aunt deeply, deeply, deeply regrets. Like maybe something she said or something she didn't say or something she did or something she didn't do concerning her. And it's either like right before the end or right after. I can't, it's right in there. And she says, you need to let that go. It does not bother me. It's okay. You need to let that go. Just let it go. You're not meant to hold on to that. She wants each and every one of you to feel as happy and free and light as she's feeling right now. And I will say, when we leave, it's like I always say, it's like they peel us like an onion. They strip layers of the crud from down here off of us. You get the anger, the resentment, the all that crud, I call it. And she really didn't need any of that because she was a bright and shining little star when she left. She kind of like, it's like going through customs. She didn't have to stop. She kind of a hi bye, I'm good to go, and off she went. And this woman said she was waiting for her, this grandmother type figure. She's mentioning a dog, and then she says puppy. Somebody get a new puppy, or did she have a puppy? She's not showing me the dog. Usually they will. She's calling it a puppy. Not sure why she's acknowledging this dog, but if somebody has a new puppy, watch the dog. Dogs interact with them. Um, you might see the dog bark at the corner and of the room, and there's nobody there because she's there, and it'll see her. Or it might just be laying there on the floor and raise its head up, just starts wagging its tail, or jumping around playing with something that you don't think is there. It's her. You know, like I said before, animals haven't been told, but you can't do that. Okay. She says Grandpa is going to feel her climb up in his lap, but she's showing herself much younger. So, whatever that felt like when she was really little and had trouble climbing up, crawling up into his lap and curling up, kind of, she says, kind of like a dog, curl up in his lap, it probably won't feel as strong or as heavy or what other word do I want to use? As like when she was actually here, when she was doing it when she was younger. It might feel like a pressure, like a bubble, kind of on your lap or your belly, warmth, tingling, goosebumps, anything like that because it's her energy. You might actually feel like her little hand, which we don't have hands anymore, but you know, like trying to climb up the side of your leg to get onto your lap. So if you get like goosebumps or weird feeling on your leg or in your lap or just sometimes they've even if they're really trying to get my attention, that one time stuck me like 3 times, felt like a pin sticking me. I went, hey, tell them that kind of hurt. And who the hell is this? And I have a tattoo with B.O.B., my friend that killed himself, on my leg. And the next pinprick went right into that tattoo. So I go, okay, I don't know why you're doing that, but just little things like that. She's going to play with grandma's hair, like like wanting to do something with it, like wanting to get a comb out, fix it. And of course, I have no idea what your hair looks like, but you should feel that hair move, or the tingling, or feel like bugs crawling across there, or that's what it usually feels like to me. Usually, she doesn't make me itch. Most of them make my head itch. It's their energy. That's the way it affects me, but it won't affect everybody that way. Everybody receives the energy different. So you should feel her messing with your hair, like trying to style it or put it in a ponytail. Like I said, I have no idea how long your hair is. Kind of trying to dress up. She's talking about dress up, makeup, dress up. I love you, Grandma. I love each and every one of you. I promise you 1,000% she can hear you. She can see you. Talk to her all you want to. With that, she's getting ready to leave. Okay, she says she's sprinkling fairy dust. And as she's sprinkling whatever this is, it looks like little sparkly little, almost like a, I don't know what the hell this would be like in real life. Almost like a sparkler on the 4th of July. It's like sparkling, like it would catch the sun. The sun would catch it, make it sparkle, kind of. I don't know exactly what she's sprinkling, but watch for the little sparkles. Maybe you're just going to get a lot of dust all over your house. I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. But she's sprinkling it kind of like you would do at a wedding with rose petals. But she's sprinkling this, she's calling it fairy dust as she's leaving. She's got her little wand. Her little fairy outfit. Grandma's getting a little cranky. Come on, let's go. So whoever this grandma is, she is pretty strong. Now she's picking a flower on her way out. She bends over to pick a flower, and it's I need to get a daisy. Let's try to remember to get one. It looks like a daisy, but it looks yellow with a dark center. Could be black-eyed Susan. I don't know. I don't remember what all those look like, but she's picking it and she's smelling it. So somebody has left her a flower. May not be the exact flower. They laid it down by her picture, or I don't know if she was cremated. They laid it down by something. And I don't feel like it's outside. Something in the house. So it could have been a rose. It doesn't have to be exact, but sometimes it is. So I just try to describe the flower. So, you know, she could just be showing me a flower. I know, that's where you got to kind of stretch it outside the box a little bit. Sometimes they show me exact, sometimes they show me general. It's her show. It's totally up to her. Her ball game. I love you, Mommy. I know you're watching. Don't forget to listen for me, Mom. Don't forget to listen for me. You're going to hear her whisper in your ear, and it'll only be one ear at a time. Something about hot chocolate and coffee. So I don't know if Mom had hot chocolate, or she had hot chocolate, Mom had coffee sometimes together because she wanted to drink coffee too. I'm not sure where she's going with that. With that, she's skipping off because Grandma's getting irritated. Come on, we got stuff to do, kind of thing. Come on. Okay, much love to you, my dear. Thank you for being patient. Sometimes I get a little bogged down in my readings, but getting caught up. See you later. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be her voice. She is such a shining little star. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.